championship, but Ciampa is refusing to be bowed by the weight of history that is the unblemished track record of the champion, Gunther.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship! Introducing the challenger from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa! And his opponent, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, the Ring General, Gunther!
And as this match gets underway for the Intercontinental title, I'd like to offer my congratulations to the new NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov, who knocked off Carmelo Hayes this past Saturday at NXT No Mercy. Dragunov and Gunther have had some great battles in the past. So here tonight, it's Gunther against Ciampa for the Intercontinental title. Wade, if you're Ciampa, what do you need to do to stop this seemingly unstoppable reign of Gunther?
Well, Ciampa, we saw him earlier. He's boiling over with passion. He needs to bring all that and more. I'm buying whatever Tommaso Ciampa is selling tonight. This guy is on one.
Ciampa with a smile on his face. The cold-hearted, compassionless Tommaso Ciampa, who will do anything he needs to do to win the championship tonight, and the fight is on. Now again, champion's advantage for Gunther. Ciampa must pin or submit the champion to win the title. And this is going to be as physical as they come, Wade. And look at Ciampa trying to wrestle the champ down into the Sicilian stretch. The submission maneuver that Ciampa locked into Gunther earlier tonight during the contract signing.
Ciampa showing no deference whatsoever to the champion. Unbridled, unremitting rage.
And now the clothesline to Gunther.
Gunther isn't
and
used to
another
this.
one by Ciampa. Trying to create some separation, missed with the big chop, and that's what Ciampa has to do. Avoid the chop of Gunther, but Gunther, though, dropping Ciampa on the back of his neck. And now trying to turn him over into a Boston Crab, which Gunther does. Now he sits down, all the weight of his body on the small of the back. And look at how Gunther turns Ciampa away from the bottom rope, not allowing him to get there to make the break, and now the kick in the midsection.
So technically astute, perhaps as smart as anyone we've ever seen inside the ring. That is part of why the Ring General is so damn good.
And now Gunther brings the fight outside the ring. Ciampa, though, driving Gunther face first to the post. And now Ciampa with an opportunity. Oh, there's the Fez press, and now unlocking with the right hands to Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion.
This is nice from Ciampa. You give Gunther an inch, he's going to take a mile. You have to smother him.
And there again, trying to wrestle Gunther down into the Sicilian stretch. Center of the ring, Gunther in trouble. Gunther screaming for pain, trying to use his large frame, his lanky legs and arms to try to make it to the bottom rope, and he does, to force the break.
Second time Gunther has tasted that this evening. He wants no part of it right now.
Ciampa trying to win his first Intercontinental title. Can he knock off the unstoppable Gunther? And we are back live on Monday Night Raw. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther defended against Tommaso Ciampa in front of a capacity crowd in San Jose, California, in our main event on Monday Night Raw. Now, Wade Barrett, my broadcast colleague, a five-time Intercontinental Champion. Wade, why is this title so important to everyone here in WWE?
Because everyone who is in that list of greatest of all time at some point has held this championship. And believe me, I'm not including myself in that list.
You were pretty
but those
good.
ones who are in the Hall of Fame, the real, true greats of this industry, they all held it at some point.
Yeah, Ciampa chopping away, but Gunther with a slam of Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa said he's heard the rumblings that Gunther's unbeatable. He's also heard the rumblings that he's not the same Tommaso Ciampa that he was at NXT. But he claimed he's going to stare the dragon in the face and cut its head off tonight. But it's been all Gunther here.
Talk about NXT. These two did compete back at NXT Stand and Deliver 2021. There's a lot of water under the bridge since then, however.
And Wade, you know this is a different Gunther since that event.
Yeah. Gunther is just going from strength to strength. He's turned himself into an impenetrable fortress since arriving here on Raw and SmackDown.
WWE Universe electric for this match here tonight in our main event as Ciampa, who's just got a non-stop motor. But will that be enough? As look at him just fight back against Gunther.
Ciampa does not have a defense mode. He doesn't have a reverse gear. It's all out attack.
Go for the sleeper. Go for the sleeper. Try to lock the sleeper in on Ciampa. Ciampa made one mistake. Gunther capitalized. And now with the sleeper locked in, middle of the ring, nowhere for Ciampa to go. He's trying to break the grip now by Gunther.
And just one of about 8 ways that Gunther has that he can beat you. And right now, Ciampa is fading quickly.
Gunther just like that, so quick, locked in the sleeper. And now, the methodical pace of Gunther as he just sits out and he continues to put the pressure on Ciampa, trying to get Ciampa to tap or pass out with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. And Gunther with a straight knee to the ribs and back now into a side headlock.
Now, I'm surprised Gunther released the sleeper there. He had it locked in. Ciampa wasn't close enough to the ropes to get out. He must have known for some reason he wasn't going to get a decision through that.
And I think what happened, Wade, is when Ciampa was able to break the grip, Gunther couldn't quite get it back in the way he had.
Oh, well, speak too soon. There we go.
And now the sleeper again, dragging Ciampa back to the center of the ring. Tommaso Ciampa. And now back to his feet. Oh. Gunther with a big boot, flooring Ciampa. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg now. And a kick out.
You block the big boot, he gets you in a sleeper. You block the sleeper, he powerbombs you. There's so many ways he has to hurt you. That is just one of a long list. Ciampa lives on for now, but he is hurt, make no mistake.
And again, trying to break the sleeper once again by Gunther, but each and every time he puts it on, it does more damage. Ciampa, though, tremendous will. Talked a lot about his heart coming into this matchup and how he's dreamed about this moment since he was a little boy. And now, Gunther driven into the turnbuckle, and it buys Ciampa some time, creates some space, and now Ciampa looks to muster some offense, trying to get Gunther down into the Sicilian stretch in again now, center of the ring, Gunther with nowhere to go. Can Ciampa tap out the champion? Gunther again trying to drag himself to the bottom rope. And now, Ciampa hammering away, trying to lock it in yet again. And now Gunther makes it to the rope.
You can see the strategy from Ciampa. He doesn't just want to win, he wants that tap out.
Yeah, but look at Gunther. No wasted motion, no separation created. Drag Ciampa out of the ring, drove him into the barricade, chop after chop by the relentless champion Gunther.
Sternum cracking.
Bang! Gunther's in control. Does Ciampa have anything left to get back in this? Talk about defiance. Tommaso Ciampa has been defiant tonight against the nearly unstoppable Intercontinental Champion Gunther. Chop after chop, beat down after beat down. Ciampa still in this match. Oh, goodness. And now Gunther going to drive Ciampa into the corner. Top turnbuckle chop, turning Ciampa inside and out.
Brutalism at its absolute best.
When you watch this, do you miss being in there?
Hell no. I'm never getting back in that ring, Cole.
Especially with a man like Gunther who drives Ciampa down to the floor. Gunther is a machine. He's a robot. He's unstoppable.
But every time Ciampa just tries to throw something at Gunther, that's the response it gets. And at what time do you become mentally broken by the realization there's perhaps nothing you can do?
Now the trash talk, the mental games start now for Gunther.
Coming into this match, we had two guys who simply could not comprehend losing this matchup.
Ciampa can barely stand.